Go ahead.
All right, we are here with Brett Moore, Webster County head coach, and Coach, I don't think it takes a genius to kind of figure out, the first few minutes of that game, you guys got behind the 8 ball, and even though you scrapped and you fought, it's still a hill you don't want to climb on the road.
Right, and that's what we talked about. We had talked about how important it was to come out with energy, ready to play. Obviously, didn't happen. I don't know. I think at one point 16 or 17 in the first quarter, maybe even up to 20. We're down. I did like that we did fight back. We cut it to 11 at halftime. But that takes a lot out of you, and that especially against a great team like Grady Beckley. They are very skilled, very talented. We just got, like you said, we got behind everything there. Only scoring 1 or 2 points in the first 5 minutes, whatever it was. I thought we had some good looks. We just didn't make shots. We missed a bunch of layups.
Even though it was early, did you feel like that was a difference in the game?
Yeah, well, that's exactly what we just talked about in the locker room. And you can give that to any team. You go watch any team play. If you're down 17 or 18 the first quarter, you're in a dogfight the rest of the way to get back in the game, let alone win. And again, against a team like Grady Beckley, they're not going to give you a ton of chances. They're one of the best single teams in the state, and that just makes it really tough for us. And it takes a lot out of our kids.
How tough is it to defend them, because they've got 4 guys now scoring in double figures, and tonight it could be any of those guys. Tonight it was Eli Gunter.
Yes, and then you obviously have to worry about Gordon shooting the ball. Okay, and it's not just they got 4 guys who can go score it. They got 4 or 5 guys who are capable of shooting 3, which really spaces the court. And you've got Javante's able to get downhill. Once he gets downhill and you've got to help, then we're telling our guys, well, we can't help off 0. We can't help off 14 tonight. And then so we try to take one step on Eli, and then he shoots it that, he hits shots. And that's the problem with Grady Beckley is they're able to space the court so much, and it makes it so hard to guard them.
You have a young team. You have a very young team.
Yeah.
And when you come on the road like this, do you feel like maybe they were just shell-shocked early? Or
We're still adjusting. I still don't have any seniors. So right now we're starting 2 sophomores. Yeah. So we're starting 2 or 3 sophomores every night. We were in this boat last year, right? We only had 2 seniors last year, and we still started 2 or 3 freshmen at every game last year. We're going in the right direction, and there's times when you see it. There's flashes when we're like when we're down 17 or 18 the first quarter, we cut it back down to 9 or 10. When there's flashes where we think, oh, we're getting there, and then we do something that a sophomore in high school does, and we just throw it right to Grady Beckley and they get a layup. Or we throw one out of bounds, or we get a little flustered and walk. But we're going in the right direction, and it's with our freshmen and sophomore, or even our juniors now. It's hard to win in this region anyway.
Absolutely.
And this is one of, especially now they've added Sherman and next year Summit Christian. This region's already really hard, and it makes things way harder to win games on the road when you shoot yourself in the foot. And we have that problem. Just young mistakes.
You've done some college coaching. How much fun has it been to be back at your alma mater? Is this something you wanted to do? Is this? A lot of people want to come back to their school.
We had tossed. I had tossed it around a lot. Whether when Coach Gray was done, he had a great run there, state championships, several state tournament runs. Yeah. And I tossed it around, and at first I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. I want to coach college basketball. I got the opportunity to do it at Glenville, my alma mater, with Bob Bolin, who doesn't need to, everybody knows that name in West Virginia, and most people in the nation when it comes to college basketball. So I got to learn a lot from him, and he and I talked back and forth, and it's a hard life for a young guy coaching college basketball when you want to start family. You're getting older. You're on the road a lot. You may be in Cleveland tonight recruiting, and then on your way to Atlanta for a game, whatever it may be.
And you don't have that D1 head coaching contract.
Exactly, and it's not like at Glenville or any of these D2 colleges, Concord, whatever. It's not like you just say, hey, I'm going to go jump with the plane and fly to Florida and recruit for a couple hours and fly back, right? You got to jump in the car and you drive that. So when it finally did come open, it came to that time, I actually turned it down, said no, and then about 2 hours before the application was done, I called and said, no, I want my name in. and I've loved it coming back. Community support's been great. Kids are great. I did get the lucky. I coached a couple of these guys, these sophomores and juniors. I coached them when they were in middle school, so I have a relationship with all of them, and I'm hard on them, you know. And it's taken me a year, 2 years at this point, to realize these guys aren't already playing at Glenville. They're not already a college basketball player. So sometimes when they make that mistake and dribble out of bounds, I'm going, what? And then I remember this is a 15-year-old kid, you know, in rural West Virginia. But it's been great, and the support has been unbelievable.
And that's kind of an interesting point you made there, because I've watched you guys now. This is like third or fourth time I've seen you. Love your point guard. Absolutely love that kid. He's hard. He works hard. He plays hard. Didn't have his best night tonight, but you know he's gonna come back and fight. Yeah,
he is one of the toughest players you'll see, and I sell that to everybody. He's not going to score 30,
right?
But you know, he made a
so
play.
much,
He made a play tonight, and we were already down 20 at this point. And they have a wide open fast break. He runs all the way down, gets the steal, knocks it off the wall.
Absolutely.
Okay, and that's a play that a winner makes.
Absolutely.
And his toughness is unmatched. And he's one of those kids. I think he just turned 15, maybe. Wow. He's a sophomore. Wow. But that's where we're at right now. We don't have that guy that's going to go get 30.
Right.
We've got to try to figure out ways to help Ryder out. Because he does so much for us.
Right.
And defensively, he does the same stuff as he does on the offensive side.
He's fun to watch.
And he does, and everybody sees how hard he plays, and that's huge. But again, we are still really young, and this is not a bad team. You know, they're really daggone good. Anytime you get guys who are 6'3", 6'4", who are able to just shoot the three, and then you close out on them, and you think, oh well, now we're here. Well, then they make one or two dribbles, and they're at the rim for a layup. You know, so that makes life tough. But we're going in the right direction, I think.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Brett. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.